Alright, no support on either side. Okay, this is a good one. This is how we started. And, well, we have Oyat on Vala, Johnny on Thrall, Atrox on Stitches, Strokop on Sylvanas, and Gregub on Sonya. Stitches, there's only one pick. Hungry for more. Don't ruin it. Hungry for more. That's the only valid choice in an ARAM. The game doesn't matter. You only have to stack until you have 10,000 hit points. There we go. Frank on Probius. Lexax Johan on Reyna. Caduceus on Gul'dan. Meow. Meow. On Sergeant Hammer. And Sethan on Anubarak. Alright, time to shine. Grudges! Putting the timer over 15 hours again for a few seconds. Again, time is ticking out. I win in the long run. Thank you for the reset, my friend. Alright, so there we have it. 3 stacks on this side. 3 stack process. What is this? Drain build? Really? Okay, I have literally never seen this in ARAM, nor anywhere else. So, okay, let's check it out. And we have a Probius, by the way. We have Probius as well. And Sonya is dead again. And the Nubarak too. Now again, I'm not a Sonya fan in ARAMs. I really think that once we're getting to 16 and 20, she gains a lot more value here. But before that, it feels like the damage output is just not enough to compensate for how easily she can be bursted down. Yeah, Atrox needs to be a bit careful. There's Jesus, another kill already. Alright, the stacks keep coming, and again, we have a massive amount of poke from Thrall, but this is again one of these situations where I would expect that in the late game, the blue team is going to do a bit better. We're having another one of those Reyna going into veteran marksman setups, and in ARAMs that can definitely work out, but I have so far only seen very few Reyna players who actually got value out of this. Because one of the big problems that you have is that you need pretty much 60 stacks until you draw even with Ace in the hole. If you can continuously proc that, and with all the stuns and potential slows to Probius, you do. So that's a big problem there. Talking Probius, Probius is dead. Probius already taken down. And yeah. I'm a little bit curious to see how Jimmy is going to do with this, but so far we've seen quite a bit of damage from them. Alright, Frostwolf Pack also on level 4, so full stacks. Ooh, and a hybrid Vala build. Can actually be good. The level 1 talent, you don't really need your normal level 1 if you're playing in an ARAM, so that actually makes sense. If you go in a full-on arrow build from here on out, and I don't have any problems with what Strokop is doing right now. If he starts to shift around even more, then we're gonna have to talk. But for the time being, this is actually not bad. Again, you don't need Monster Hunter. You want the kill against... That cockroach had a death wish. Jumps straight into the 2 turrets here. That worked extremely well. Now the kill against Thrall resets his level 4 stacks, obviously, too. 10 stacks already on Atrox. I mean, he still has a globe over there to the top left that he hasn't really spotted yet. But generally speaking, he already has an additional 300 hit points, so that is quite nice. So he might be able to get that done in the towards the later stages of the game. 15 stacks for Reyna, who is generally speaking doing pretty well on the auto attacks for the time being. But again, we'll go to monitor him. We're going to monitor him a little bit. And also talking about stacks, we're seeing Thrall with 10. And that of course means that he is going to complete that Trash Lightning pretty soon. But yeah. And Stitches. Is that going to be a hook attempt? Oh yeah, and a successful one at that. They just couldn't get the kill, but it's Vala that dies instead. So Vala already down. A little bit of trouble here for them at this point. And yeah, let's have a bit of a look over to the quest completed for Thrall. Okay, massive push now with the auto attackers from the red team. Kill against Sonya, kill against Reyna on the other hand. And again, at this point, Hammer isn't really too bad, but as we said, Hammer in ARAMs doesn't have the best track record. It's not as easy as you might think, and there are actually a couple of heroes against them that can deal with Hammer pretty well. Nice kill against Nubarak. And Aatrox is getting a few additional stacks also on his level 1. Gets another globe quite easily over here. Has another one to the top left. Can move in the middle again. Is sitting at 14. Same amount of stacks that we're seeing from Thrall. Who, by the way, goes straight into the Maelstrom weapon again, which we've now seen a few times in ARAMs. Because you can actually get a lot. If you move those auto attacks in reliably, you can get a ton. You can get an absolute ton of this. Yeah, talking about a ton. We have a ton of kills already. Double kill against the blue team as Sylvanas and Sonya both die. And in addition to that, we're also having the kill against a Nubarak. Sylvanas already died a few times here. 25 stacks by now for Jimmy. Again, he's still far below what he would usually push out with damage. If there are reliable slows on the other hand. And I would actually grant the argument that in this game there are not too many. Depends a bit on if there is a full Warp Rift build for the additional slows that actually hits properly. And so far we don't see too much from that from Probius. Yeah, the stacks keep coming for both Stitches and Thrall, and that should be a kill against Caduceus, and indeed it is. Gul'dan goes down. Nicely done here. Aatrox again. Could go for the hook, but it's one of those no support ARAM games. Seriously, those are by far the best just simply because you are having massive amount of kills and the games usually last a lot longer. That was nearly a kill against Sylvanas already. By the way, Strokop is having a really tough time with this because right now we're having Unfurling Shadows on 6 stacks, despite the fact that we have Festering Wounds here on level 7. Oh, the leap! Nice, that was actually quite nice there. Leap comes in, takes him down. Talking about taking down Stitches down, but a double kill as we have Reyna and Umborg fall too. 11 stacks by now for Sylvanas. Sylvanas needs to use that wave a lot more aggressively. Well, in this case, she's actually dead. But yeah, having only 11 stacks, 6.5 minutes in with that level 7 talent, that's not really a good thing for you. So we have still a couple of heroes down and out for down for the count, but still, the aggression keeps coming. And yeah, Gul'dan went into the curse of exhaustion. I'm actually a little bit... I still don't know if that build is going to do anything for him there in the long run. There are stuns on the other side. The spear alone would be something that annoys me. And on top of that, we have also the Rain of Vengeance. We're still seeing Stitches with good hits here. And you get the slows in. Gul'dan is already down, so is Probius. And they're still fighting for Nubarak, who jumps back in. But the kill from Hammer against Vala with a BFG. They take down a Nubarak. There's more globes on the map that they could take now too, which is exactly what they're doing. 600 additional hit points, therefore 4 Aatrox on his Stitches, thanks to the 22 stacks that he has. Talking stacks, 19 now for Thrall. So he is gonna get a lot of value with this. I'm a little bit weirded out by the Frostwolf's Grace though. I mean, if you're already looking at a setup where you heavily rely on your auto attacks, why wouldn't you spec a little bit more heavily into the Wind Fury here? That seems like a really good idea if that's already one of the focus points that you have, but in this case we don't see that. We're still seeing the Siphoning Arrow taken by Vala to get the additional heal out, which I don't really mind at all since there is no support in the game. There's the engage again, no stun connected. Nice! Set up with the Rain of Vengeance. Vala tries to get the hits in, and that's nearly a kill against Reyna, but it is a kill against Nubarak as he falls. The jump out as the leap is being used, and Reyna still falls. Takes a little bit of time, but he goes down here. And that's now 20 kills or 20 stacks already for Thrall, 23 for Stitches. And we're going to monitor Stitch's hit pool in the later stages quite a bit. But okay, at this point, we're having, again, perfect example for the problems that Reyna is having getting good hits in on the baseline. Oh, sorry, on the level 1. 38, only 8 minutes in, despite the fact that it's 5 versus 5. It's tricky for him. He needs to be close enough. And honestly, there's a lot of targets at the front line, but Reyna just has a bit of trouble to really connect that reliably. But he's getting the stacks in slowly and steadily now. 34 stacks, by the way, for Sylvanas. Could still use the level 7 a bit more aggressively in these situations. Has to, of course, be a little bit more careful then. Also around survivability. Quest completed for Gul'dan. The kill coming against Strokop. Down he goes. And we're having also Sonya even eliminated before that. So Gul'dan is... It's actually really weird because Gul'dan is going for a mass drain build where he's trying to have survivability since there are no supports. But at the same time, I really feel that Gul'dan could have poked them down with Ruinous Affliction and with the Echoed Corruption so easily if he just committed to it. But they don't have that yet. And for the red team, despite the hammer factor, I really feel they're going to have problems once that Thrall is stacked and once that Sylvanas has a few more stacks too. Because, I mean, Stitches alone is going to be tough to kill in the later stages. He already has a pretty decent hit point pool. I mean, he's sitting at 6,200 HP. Sonya is a little bit suicidal if you ask me. I mean, she just literally jumped into 5 heroes and got immediately taken down. Immediately taken down within a second. So 16 talents now on both sides, which gives us the synergy with the Alpha Wolf. Yeah, there's a stuns though, and Uburak with a kill. Dies as well, and they get the kill against Thrall. Blue team is starting to throw this a little bit. I mean, they're honestly just starting to stagger deaths. That's a nice setup against Reyna, and we at least have that kill. Aatrox is quite low though, and has to be careful with this one. But as you can tell, this is a situation where Hammer is starting to get some value. The hook might change that, but gets blocked by the photon cannon. Nice. That was actually well done. And Stitches goes down, gets eliminated here. Now, one of the added advantages of getting Devour, by the way, or sorry, Hungry for More, is that you get more Devour value too. So that's actually a big one. Okay. Tries to get the hits in. Oh, the Horrify misses. Vala wants the kill and gets the kill. Yeah, but at least Probius gets away. They're saving it for the time being. Stuns keep coming. Vala is out of mana. Yeah, can't move away from that anymore. What? 13 hit points. The wolf connects. This is Johnny. And Vala gets out. That was insane. Strokov is dead again. Yeah, that Unfurling Shadows pick has not done anything for Vala. Vala definitely having huge troubles of stacking here. So Strokov, I don't think he's really used to that Sylvanas setup. By the way, talking about Vala, we haven't seen Vala complete a quest on level 4 yet. So that's another one. Or another problem for them. 18 versus 18. 40 kills in total, just saying. Thrall still hasn't completed his Trash Lightning. 11 minutes in. Needs to hurry that a little bit. Vala's about to die. But it's a Uburak who dies first. Siphoning Arrow would be great for Vala, especially now that the quest is completed. That can of course do a whole lot more. At any point we're seeing Thrall complete his quest, they can just poke Hammer in particular just into oblivion. 27 stacks now also on the base. And oh, Vala is actually, I mean, honestly, what Vala lacks in connecting arrows, or up to this point, the Rain of Vengeance setups that we are seeing here are honestly crazy. Like, that was one hit after another and one kill prepped after another here. Another good hit from her. Yeah, there comes the setup against Hammer. And a bit of cover. Strokov has to be careful too. Hammer about to fall and goes down. Nicely done. Level 20 is ready for them, and this is starting to get even more nasty. Farflight Quiver is of course fantastic. The Nexus Plates keep coming too, so we have even more damage output. Globes are taken. Stitches can go for the double Devour, which really is going to help him to stay alive here, which is exactly what he does. So second helping comes in. This is absolutely amazing because you have the cooldown reduction, you have the second chance, and with your stacks coming in on level 1, you have a massive amount of hit point regeneration. Yep, and there we go. Double kill. Probius down and Reyna down, and yep, Stitches, thanks to the talent, is nearly on full HP again, or pretty much is on full HP again. 20 is now ready for both times. And again, we have that demonic circle, which I really don't like in an ARAM. I don't think that does really anything for you. It's such a weird thing to see in an ARAM, because you can't do anything, even if you escape. You have no real value out of this. So with that, we're once again having a situation where the fort gets eliminated, and keep in mind, this keep barely survived earlier on. Now on the right side, that's where the push is starting to come in, and they're trying to take them down. We have no 20 taken yet on Sylvanas. I can't believe that Thrall hasn't completed Crash Lightning yet. It's honestly insane. Johnny is for some reason not able to get those stacks connected. It's really weird because normally we have that so much sooner in ARAMs, but he doesn't do that. So yeah, he should actually start with also hitting a hero instead of trying to get it through structures. That said, yes, again, Uburak. You just have to give Sevan a little bit of leeway to hang himself there. And he does exactly that. By the way, that also helps Sylvanas to get a couple of hits in. That BFG did quite a bit of damage. Thrall, how can you not get a stack here? I don't get it. There we go. Thrall gets the stacks. 26. There we go. Okay, 4 more, and then we're Gucci. Then we're talking. I'm ready to rock and roll. Let me look at the damage output too. Thrall actually still, despite the fact it doesn't have it completed, sits on 52,000 damage. Gul'dan goes down. Gul'dan on 58k, Hammer on 80,000. Vala again with a connect, and that should be a kill as Reyna goes in and says, you know what, I got enough of this shit. And Reyna is starting to get more and more damage in. He's sitting by now finally on 65 stacks, so he's getting a little bit stronger with this. Is nearly competing with Sergeant Hammer for the auto attack damage, which isn't bad either. And yeah, with that, Johnny still sitting there, needs to wait until a few more heroes are around so that he can get the chain lightning in. 37 stacks also on, well, Anubora comes in. There's the hits, there's a chain lightning setup, there's a potential setup for them right here, but not yet. Again, you need to make sure that you get the chain lightning connected right there. Just poke in a little bit, and then you're Gucci. I knew it would connect with someone. Yeah, it takes not even the minions down. I was not quite in range there. 77 stacks for now. But again, it's starting to get a little bit more dicey. Still no chain lightning stack. There's a chain lightning and it gives him the stacks. It's at 27. Gets healed. Oh, barely catches it. Wow, that was crazy. He nearly walked into that. Barely getting out of it. Come on. Yeah, and there's the kill. That's at least the kill. So they get the kills in. They have a Nubarak dead again. 69 stacks. Oh, don't move up. Oh, the hook against Probius. And Probius actually gets out. Nope. Probius doesn't get out. That's a nice hit there with the dagger. There's another attempt to get another stack for Johnny. Honestly, Thrall has the damage output and Johnny is actually doing a lot of work here with like the auto attacks that he's hitting, but the fact that he just can't complete the talent to save his life is kind of ridiculous to me. It's honestly hilarious. He just can't get those stacks in. We are 16, 17 minutes in an ARAM with constant 5 versus 5 and he's just not finishing that quest here. Yeah, I mean, at this point, obviously, it starts to become a bit tricky because there's not enough heroes around to really get something out of it, but still. Sam McCowan, thank you very much for the sub, my friend. Thanks for the resub. That's again the setup. 28 stacks, by the way, for Thrall. Once that Thrall has it completed, I think the game's over. Because then he's going to get even more value than he already does out of the talent. Obviously, he is getting damage, don't get me wrong. It's just the priority that's really important, but he's sitting at 63,000. 13 deaths on a noob, 9 deaths on Sonya. Talking Sonya. She gets the kill. She gets the kill. She takes Reyna down. Okay. How many hit points does Stitches have? 9,200. Stitches has 9,200 hit points and sits currently at an extra 1,350 thanks to the quest. Up, 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 up. There's a globe. No, I'm disappointed. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed, but I'm really disappointed. That was a globe right there. You let us all down. You let us all down. By the way, talking globes, there's another one. Nah, just gonna take. Alright. Sylvanas, by the way, has finally a couple of stacks at least. Has any of these burrow charges actually connected? Can someone please tell me that? Has any of those actually connected with someone? I don't know what that Horrify was supposed to do. I honestly don't know what that was supposed to do here. Hammer is down 38 kills against 26, but they just can't take down that keep. Now, obviously, the BFG coming through and taking down, well, not only Sylvanas, but also the minions is a bit of a problem. You would actually argue that at this point they learned that that BFG comes through the middle all the time, but apparently that's not the case. Sylvanas says like, ooh, cool, what's that? Yeah, Thrall does the same thing. It's just like, oh, nice, I like it. And Hammer's just sitting there with 180 and 108,000 damage thanks to that. But it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. Yeah, guess what's coming? And another hit. Yeah, the minions being taken down the entire time is really a problem, as you can see. It's the biggest problem that they have. It's one of the reasons why Hammer is absolutely insane in ARAMs once you hit level 20. As I said before, Hammer by no means is an auto-win in ARAM. We have seen too many games where he falls for that. But this is a problem. They need to get the kills and then push through without minions, and they're struggling against that. So we have now still 28. Oh, there's the 29. Look at Thrall. Oh, he's a big boy. Desmond dies again, gets stunned out there. There's a kill, and Johnny got now hit by 4 of the BFGs in a row. Stitches, by the way, has nearly 10,000 hit points now. It's sitting at 9,700. 9,750 to be exact. And there's another one down there, and he gets that too. Okay. Yeah, that's another set hit. Gul'dan with another horrify. Like, Gul'dan's horrifiers are horrifying. This is definitely true. One more, come on, Troll. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Just hit the Q and stop running into the BFG, please. You've done that now. Hit it! No! Just Q! Just Q! You could have just Q'd right there. Oh my god, that was a guaranteed one. The stuns keep coming, and Reyna says hi. And yeah, in this case, 20 minutes in. 20 minutes and 43 seconds, and Thrall finally completes his quest. Vala has by now taken over the main damage, by the way, but I think now that he has the quest completed, that's not gonna be for long. Ooh, Vala, okay, gets actually hooked out. Nice, Wolf misses, but that's an arrow and that's a kill. And they might even get more than that. They're trying to go for more of those. 10,000 hit points on Stitches. 55 stacks. He's 5 stacks away of completing the speed bonus advantage that you can get. Hungry for more does more than only increase your hit point pool. If you have 60, for every 15 you get a 5% speed increase. So if he actually gets 60, he's at the maximum, which is 20. Those hooks are pretty good. But yeah, 10,000 hit points is insane. Again, the increase is 1,700 already. And as I said before, it actually scales with your Devour. Your Devour is propped off the max HP that you have, and as your max HP increases, Devour does more and more for you. And so Aatrox has an easy time just getting the... Look at this. He's nearly unkillable right now. They kill Hammer, they kill Gul'dan. This is really the moment where you have to say, okay, screw it, we need to go for their keep. They're getting the kill against Sethan as well. That's another one. Stitches got cocooned, but this is the moment when you have to dodge the BFG that's coming in any second right now, and you have to go for the keep. And yeah, they're dodging it. I like it. I like it. There's the dodge right there. And they have to go for the keep right now. With 3 down, I mean, this is the best chance that you have. Seriously. There's only so much that you can do here. Another hook maybe. Vala goes in for the damage, tries to get the kill, but they need to get the damage in. They just can't take the structures down, as it seems. They're having too much trouble here. They need to go in with Sylvanas and drop that thing. And already one of the heroes that they just killed is back. Against... Oh! Nearly! Oh, it's close. Oh, no! Double hit with a BFG. Yeah, there's the setup. Johnny, the hook, and that's... the demonic circle. I was for a second thinking he gorged. And I was like, wait, gorge? He actually had Future Pile earlier. Yeah, now Sonya is down. That hammer value. And again. But yeah, look at how much damage, how much HP he actually gets back. Stitches is insane. Stitches is insane right now. Has the extra movement speed as well. He has the 60s, so that's 20%. We have now 108,000 damage for Vala. Vala out DPSing a Crash Lightning Thrall. And yeah, in the meantime, oh, that's the kill against Stitches after all. I didn't show that on purpose, by the way, because I can still claim that Stitches doesn't die. Talking about quest stacks, 93 on Reyna. Reyna starts to actually do solid work with this. So let's talk Jimmy for a second. Jimmy is currently at a total damage of 100, and the bonus damage is 69% that he has through that. As you see here. So yeah, he is actually starting to get a lot of work done with those auto attacks. He's sitting at 280 auto attack damage. Comparison, Vala is still sitting at 389. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But Jimmy, of course, has a couple of other advantages to all of this too, especially, of course, once you have proc the third one. Okay, there's the kill against Sylvanas. Leap into the back line. I like that. I have no idea why Probius is still alive. Sonya apparently didn't see him. And now she moves in a little bit too deep, tries to get the hits in. Sonya's about to fall. Ooh, and oop. Goes into the wrong target. The hook, and that's a kill. Nicely done. Hammer's dead again. By the way, Anuburak talking about Anub has not completed the level 1 quest yet. That's 30. I just want to put this in perspective. Anuburak has gathered 20 globes while 62 were gathered by Stitches. Just to give you guys a little bit of a framework here. Talking Stitches, that was a good horrify. But Thrall is all of a sudden getting the damage worked in. And that's also his level 4 completed. Yep, that damage is increasing too. Nice dodge, that was nearly a kill. Thrall is starting to get a bit closer. This is the moment. This is the moment the keep falls. This has to be it. Come on, boys. You can do it. Don't tell me they fail again to take that keep down. At some point, they need to... Like, honestly, they have to do something here. Where's Sylvanas when you need it? Stitches alone can just soak the damage, to be honest with you. Finally, the keep is dead. Hell, it was about time. Stitches has 11,000 hit points right now. 11,000. Guys, we are on level 28. They're going for Noob. This is the kill, but Sonya is dead too. That, by the way, that BFG was a mistake. That BFG was a big mistake. You need to shoot the BFG to kill the minions. Yeah, they're getting the kill against the Thrall, though. Oh, and he survives! 93%. So Hammer has to shoot the mid lane again. That BFG isn't doing anything for you except for killing Vada. Good job running into that. That happened 3 times now. It's a diagonal BFG across the map. She literally walked into the only spot where she could die. God, I would be so pissed. Oh. This is one of the dumbest things I've seen in a while. Oh. No, Stitches! You were the chosen one. The Nubarag is dead too. 100 new stacks by now on Jimmy. Oh god. Demonic Circle is actually saving Guldania. The problem is you don't get healed. This is standing around. It's like, why is nothing happening? I'm not getting hit points back. It's like, yeah, that's an ARAM, dude. Oh, okay. Guys, we have 90 kills. The no support ARAMs, they are just the best. Yeah, I was waiting for Strokop to walk into it. Oh, but it didn't do that. What's the damage? 184,000 for Sergeant Hammer. 165,000 for Jimmy. Oh, and this game is not over. Look at the siege damage. 360 to 1,000. 21 deaths on an Uberak. 21 deaths on one hero. Oh god. Alright, there it goes again. Oh, they're actually dodging. No way. Ah, I'm talking damage. There we go. That's a party. Valla gets saved for a moment. Again, that BFG keeps coming in a second. Ooh, that's a kill! Yes, Sylvanas is dead. They get the counter kill. Over here, BFG comes. Nobody runs into it. That's a new one. That's a first. And the Nubarak is dead again. Frank is starting to move away. Gets hooked and dies. Nice. Can they end it now? 29, by the way. We're nearly level 30, guys. We are nearly level 30. I honestly think that 97,000 damage of Hammer is just BFGs against Thrall. Like, I honestly think that's what's going on here. Alright, they go for the core, they're trying to end it. Keep in mind, we're not 30 yet. There's the drain. Core is at 69%. Here's the Hyperion. Guys, are we gonna see level 30 in this game? Yes, no, they're trying to defend. Oh, the BFG, the kill against Khaldor. Oh, Stitches is dead. Thrall is dead too. And the game goes on and they are level 30. Congratulations. Thrall and Sonya have both fallen here. We're looking at nearly 100 kills in this game. and Nubrak has still not completed his level 1. Yep, there's the quick attack against Sethan. Okay, that's another kill against the Nubrak. Maybe, maybe not. Cocoon! The arrow! The arrow! And the kill against Reina. Yeah, he asked for it and he got dropped. 72 stacks, by the way, for Stitches. Stitches hit point pool, we're gonna check that in a moment again. Damage output, 200,000 by hammer, 400,000 siege damage. Stitches has 12,000 hit points right now. 12,000 hit points. Oh, these catapults to 650 damage by now. We are 30 minutes into this game. We're having 100 kills. This is getting nuts. I thought I fed on Garrosh. Yeah, think again. Okay, there's a globe. There's a sundering. They go for Probius. And Probius is down. So is Jimmy. That has to be game. This has to be game. There's 2 down. They get a 3rd one. This is game. This has to be game. There is no other way. This has to be over. The backdoor hammer. Why did you unsiege? The catapult is nearly taking hammer down. Oh, but it's too slow. It's too slow. It's not happening. This is gonna be game. 18%. Yep, that's his game. It's finally over. 30 against 29. What an insane game.